Do 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 do.
It's the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod.
Welcome back to the Pesto Pod, everybody. As you can probably hear, I'm still sick. I'm going on week 2 of being a phlegm factory. Listen to this. That's some fluid in my bronchioles. Yeah, I haven't been doing well. I've been stacking pillows so that I sleep at like a fucking 90-degree angle. It's the only way I'm comfortable. And I still can barely sleep. The only reason I'm sleeping is because of NyQuil. I have a message for the CEO of NyQuil. If you're out there, I want to kiss you on the mouth. I want to take you for a ride. I want to show you things you've never seen before. I'll be the best you've ever had. Also, this same goes for the CEO of the Neti Pot. God, I love me the Neti Pot. I love the shit. I've been doing you need like the distilled water, because if you use water from the tap, you get like a brain-eating amoeba in your cranium, and I'm not about that. So I use distilled water, but I've been keeping it on top of the radiator in my bathroom, which why the fuck's there a radiator in my bathroom? My bathroom's 1,000,000 degrees, by the way. But I do that so that it's nice and warm. And then when I use the neti pot, I got this warm water, and it just flushes out so much gunk. I don't know what crack feels like. I've never done it, but I'd like to imagine it feels like doing a neti pot with some warm salt water. God damn. Anyway, what's new? The Grammys were on last night. I don't consider myself like a beacon of pop culture knowledge, but I'll speak on what I can. I thought it was great, fun to watch. Performances were good. I don't know. I would say there were some fuck-ass haircuts. What is up? Again, like, I don't have any authority to tell you what I think about like trends or anything. I don't dress particularly great. I have no style. And I'm just, I just say little jokes on the internet to be funny. But if I can just really quick put in my 2 cents about this phenomenon, what is up with these haircuts that are just sweeping Hollywood? Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, and Billie Eilish all have the same haircut, and I hate it. It's this fucking like Edna Mode Anakin Skywalker crossover that makes me gag. It's like a harsh bang, okay? And like almost a mini bang. And then we've got a fuck ass bob in the front. These little pieces that go to like cheekbone level, probably to like the ear. And then it's pin straight and very long, like horse girl style. So it looks like if a Game of Thrones character became a Bushwick lesbian. And I don't like it. I mean, all those women are beautiful and can like pull off anything, but that is so bizarre. I don't like it. Performances were good though. I loved Billie. I'm a huge Billie fan. I loved Chappell Roan's performance. I thought it was way better than her like medieval Joan of Arc thing at the VMAs. I thought this was way more fun. Yeah, there's like clowns and it's like weird, but she's weird. I liked it. Sabrina Carpenter's I loved. Didn't really know what was going on with the house that like falls, and she's like, like that was weird. Maybe it's a reference to Barry Keegan, Barfy Keegle, whatever his name is. Not sure. I loved Doechii. She killed it. Yeah, it was pretty freaking good. And then Shakira came on there with her jello ass belly. And I don't mean that like fat. I mean that like, how do it be moving like that? I enjoyed it. I'll sum up the Grammys in 3 words or phrases, and then I'll be done. Number 1, 13,000 members of the Academy. Number 2, Chappell's hat. And number 3, Kanye's naked girlfriend. That's all you get. No context. Hope you watched the Grammys. That's what you get. Moving on. I want to talk about something that raised me. I want to talk about a concept that mentally shaped me in so many ways and contributed so deeply to my personality on such a profound level. and that is the Nintendo Wii. Wow, do I love the Nintendo Wii. This is all happening because this weekend, listen, story time, gather around. I had a friend in town, and so all my friends were going to be hanging out all weekend. We were all going to hang out at my apartment. And I said, man, I really wish I had a Wii here because I want to play Mario Kart with my friends. Sue me for wanting that joy. Mario Kart's the best, and it's the Wii. Who doesn't want the Wii? So I'm like, how do I get a Wii? I'm looking at GameStop, not available in your area. Great. I look at Facebook Marketplace. They're all so far away. The Wii must be in pretty high demand because if one pops up, it's gone in seconds. And there was one for sale that was a decent price, but I don't have time to haul my ass to New Rochelle to pick up the Wii. No. So I'm like, where can I get a Wii? Obviously I can order one online, but I need one this weekend. I need one today. So I found one for sale at this vintage video game store in Midtown. So there I go. And they're selling refurbished Wiis for $99. I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was a good price. I know that's a chunk of change, but I think I'd use it. That would be a chunk of change spent on joy and laughter and fun and frolicking. So I'm willing to spend it. It doesn't come with any remotes. All right, throw in 4 remotes so that all my friends and I can play Mario Kart. Okay. It also comes with no games, so throw in Mario Kart. They say Mario Kart is sold out. Great. Could I get Super Mario Brothers then? Sure. They give me Super Mario Brothers. Bing, bong, boom. They're punching it into the cash register. That's going to be $247, please. $247? $250 for the Wii? And for a second I was like, what am I doing? And I was like, no, I really want this Wii. And you know what? We're going to play it. I'll ask my friends to pitch in. And then it hits me. I'm like, why don't I just buy it and I just return it? I have a Wii at home, in my hometown. Next time I go home, I'll bring it back. And I'll just use this Wii this weekend and I'll just return it. What's the big deal? Amazing. So, cha-ching, I cash out. As I'm walking home, I just glance at my receipt. Final sale. Oh, my love. I'm such a fucking idiot. I don't know why I impulsively bought that Wii and didn't ask about their return policy. $250 is so much money for the fucking Wii. And then I was like, you know what? Keep trying to justify it. That sucks that it was that much money. It sucks I can't return any of this. But at least it's something we're going to get some use out of. I'll play the Wii, twist my fucking arm. So I get home, I hook up the Wii, which was a feat in and of itself. I didn't even know I knew how to connect cables. I turn it on. It's working. Incredible. I make myself a me, obviously. Da 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 da. I put in Super Mario Brothers and I click it. And it says, error. Error-iski. This game is not compatible with your Wii. Oh, shit. So my plan right now is at some point this week, I'm going to get another game, a cheap game, just to make sure it works, to see if it's really the disc or if it's the console that doesn't work. If the console doesn't work, I am out of some money. And I'm going to go to the store and be like, this console doesn't work. Please refund me. Maybe I'll have to pull out just a tinge of Karen because I can't lose that money if the Wii doesn't work. Oh my God. If I think about it too much, it really stresses me out. Very impulsive and financially irresponsible decision. But that's what happened. Now I have a Wii sitting on my counter that I'm unsure if it works. I know I have a me created, so I guess that's something. Is it worth $250? Probably not. I loved the Wii, though. I just was really craving it. Picture this, right? It's, 2007, 2006? Christmas morning. You're in Paul Frank monkey pajamas. Boom Boom Pow is playing on the radio. I don't know. And what do you unwrap on Christmas morning? The Nintendo Wii. Oh, we're rich. So we're a rich family. Can't wait to tell my friends that I have the Nintendo Wii. It was just like a thrill like no other. Obviously, Wii Sports comes with the Wii, right? Or it did back in the day. Loved Wii Sports. I loved bowling when the guys would spin when you threw it backwards. I like dominated Wii bowling. I loved boxing. I loved those like default Miis. There was one named Mike, and he was like a very aggressive looking man, and he was who you wanted if you were boxing. He would knock your shit out. I know some people had Wii Fit, which like told you were fat when you were 9. Heard. I never had Wii Fit. Good thing, because I have an eating disorder now, so can't imagine how that would have been. The first game that I like really remember that just I loved on the Wii was Just Dance. Just Dance 1 had such bangers such as Ring My Bell, Ring My Bell, Ring My Bell, My Bell, Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Love. I think it had Groove is in the Heart. It had Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. What a set list on Just Dance. And it was so fun. I loved it. You break a sweat. It was like a little workout. And then Just Dance 2, I think, was like the best one. I know there's like, I had at least 5, I think. But Just Dance 2 had Toxic, which was so good. And Just Dance 2 had, oh my God, Rah Rah Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. That like reset something. And what else was on Just Dance 2? I think It's Raining Men. Oh my God. When I grow up, I want to be famous. I want to be a star. I want to have boobies. And then she's like a grown woman with a boa, and then she turns into a little kid in her bedroom. Oh, I loved Just Dance 2. I played with my sister all the time. And then obviously I had the Mario games. I played the one that like I really remember that I think I had before Mario Kart was Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. That might be really niche. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It was the Beijing Olympic Games, 2008. And it was all the Mario characters and all the Sonic characters, and you could play all of the Olympic events. I loved playing hurdles. I was so good at it, and they like made a little like song when they jumped up. And then what else did I play? Oh, the trampoline, the gymnastics trampoline, right? And the characters, you like had to really lock in when picking your character, because it had like their stats for like speed and stamina, and you had to be like, okay, well if I'm running, I want this guy, and I want flexibility and whatever. And it was, oh, I loved it. I would always be, well, so there was the Sonic characters too, and there were 2 like little girl characters. Their names were Amy and Blaze. Amy's crazy. Can you imagine, like, this is my Mario character, Mary Lou. Like, fucking Amy? What is that? I was always her, though, because they were pink and purple. And then I think Blaze was, like, in a sexy little outfit. And I was like, yeah, I resonate with her. So those were who I always picked. And I was running the hurdles. You needed your nunchuck. And they also had a game called the Dream Race in the Olympic Games. And it was, like, the hurdles and whatever. But then there were, like, power-ups. And it was, like, oh, it was so fun. I loved that shit. And then I got Mario Kart, and my life changed forever. Mario Kart was a cultural phenomenon that swept the nation. Character-wise, you had all your classic Marios, obviously, like Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, whatever. And then there were, like, baby characters. Be Baby Mario. I never liked being them, but they were there. And then there were, like, these secondary characters. You could be, like, Koopa Troopa, King Boo, Funky Kong, like, random-ass characters. And obviously, if you were, like, a hot girl, you're going to choose the sex symbol of our generation, which is Rosalina, that slutty queen in her little, she's tall, skinny, blonde bombshell in her teal gown. Like, I'm not, and you expect me not to pick her? That's a gag. I always picked Koopa Troopa. I don't know why. That's actually very not on brand for me, but I think it was because he had a bullet bike, and I fucked with that. Some of them had special bikes. I know the babies had, like, motor-powered strollers. And then there were like you could hang glide, and there were bikes, and I always chose the bullet bike. Why would I not choose the bullet bike? And the courses in Mario Kart were so good. Like, they were so smart and detailed. And there's like different villains and different obstacles in every single one. And there were like secret passageways and mods you could get. And it was so fun. My favorites were, let me tell you, I have to like lock in and really think about it. Obviously, we loved Coconut Mall. So fun. I loved Maple Tree Way. There was a shortcut in that one that I would fuck up. Loved Maple Tree Way. I loved Koopa Cape was my favorite because I was like a weird shark kid. So I was like, underwater in a tube? Yes, please. And there were like eels swimming around. You go down the waterfall. Oh, love. Then there was, Rainbow Road. I have beef with Rainbow Road because I couldn't do it. I would fall off and die every 10 seconds. I think it's so hard. But, like, yeah, it's a reset. And I also loved, there was one called DK Summit. And it was in the snow. And I liked it because you got to shoot through this cannon and, like, journey through time and space to this other side. And it was like the snow ramps, and then there was piles of snow with the red stripes. You didn't want to be in those. I don't know. I loved it. I loved Mario Kart. It was so fun. Oh my God, Mushroom Gorge. I loved Mushroom Gorge, jumping on those mushrooms. That one I would win every time. That was a good one. I can't think of any more courses. I know that there was like one where you're like in like a public market. You're in like a village square, and there was a shortcut up a flight of stairs. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please show yourself. But I know what I'm talking about, and that's what matters. And then there was like, you know, the power-ups were so fun. Obviously, you had your basics, your mushrooms, and your shells, right? But then you could have like fake outs. You could get those fake power-ups. You could get banana peels. You could get bombs. And then you could get the ones that would target whoever's in first place. You could get that little fucking squid that would shit all over your windshield. Love him. Diva. And then my personal favorite, the bullet, where you just immediately take first place. What a great invention. So yeah, I would say I was a Mario Kart kid. You know, I knew the hacks. I knew you could hold down 2 at just the right moment during the countdown to get a power up right out of the gate. I think everyone knew that. But I utilized it because I was a Mario Kart kid. And then I also had Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, which is like the levels. But I don't think I played it on the Wii as much as I played it on the DS. Let's talk about the DS. Oh, man, do I love the DS. I dominated Super Mario Brothers on the DS. I beat the game a million times. I would get to the credits, and all the letters had different sounds. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Very specific. I would beat it all the time. And then the power-ups were like, you could have, I remember there was like a giant mushroom where you get it and you're huge and you could just stomp all over your enemies. That was the best. And then there was a mini mushroom, which sucked. But sometimes the mini mushroom would get you like secret worlds. I know that, like, if you can picture the map, close your eyes and picture the map. It goes like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. So where's 4 and 7? The only way you can get to World 4 and World 7 is if you unlock them when you're Mini Mario in a secret tube. How fun is that? Love. I also loved in Super Mario Brothers for the DS that there were mini games that you could play. Am I thinking of the right game? I think so. I know you could play versus mode with Luigi, and you can like collect stars. Do you know what I'm saying? But then there was mini games, and they were they were gambling. You could like play poker and blackjack on Super Mario. So I wonder how many gambling addictions started there. But it was so fun. And there was a mini game called Wanted. I remember that very vividly, where it would be like a Where's Waldo of all the characters, and you'd have to spot them, like puzzle games and stuff like that. I loved it. I loved the DS. What else did I play on the DS? There was an era where I played Cooking Mama, but then we had a horrible tragedy in which I had a little carrying case for my DS games, and Cooking Mama was in there as well as my iPod Nano, and I left it at the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania rest stop. I remember it so vividly. I was maybe like 6 years old, 7, I don't know. I was like, turn the car around! And we turned around, and obviously it was very much gone. And I was like, oh my God, all that data I had saved on Cooking Mama, it's out the window. All those fucking stews and soups that I made, all the chopping I did, gone. I don't really know what else I played. Oh, I played Nintendogs. Obviously. Yeah, I had 3 dogs. Their names were Vanilla, Pepper, and Toast. Very food oriented, even at a young age. And Nintendogs was like chill. You know, you could go at your own pace. There's no rush. You just hoped that your dog wasn't dead when you logged on after 6 months. But I vividly remember having to give the dog a bath and it having like flies, and you had to scrub the flies away. And then I remember taking the dog for a walk and you had to pick up its poop. Isn't that fun? It's like cosplaying as a real adult. I also used to win like fucking medals with my dog because they were agility masters. I would agility train them, or I'd throw a frisbee and they'd catch it. So yeah, I would say I was a Nintendogs fiend. I loved the DS. I wasn't really like much of a video game kid though, but I will say that I played like PC games. Like I remember logging on to Barbie and playing the Barbie games. There was like makeover games and Spa. I loved that. I played that, and I played Polly Pocket. I played. There was one where you had to garden. You had to like plant flowers, and they had like different species of flowers that you had to do in Polly Pocket. I'm just pulling random tidbits of information from the depths of my cerebellum. I also played Nickelodeon games. I really distinctly remember playing Wow Wow Wubsy and having to defeat a giant robot chicken. Does anyone remember that? I had to have played like Dora. I was such a Dora kid. I also had a disc game of I Spy. It was like a treasure hunt. You had to find like a pirate's treasure, but it was a CD that you put in your computer, and it was all these I Spy games. And when you solved one that gave you like a piece of a treasure map or something, and you had to find the pirate's treasure, and it was like hard, but I was on that shit because it's like escape room core. I love that. That I'm good at. And I also played a lot of Zoo Tycoon. I played Zoo Tycoon on the computer. I was never into Sims. I think I was like a little too young for Sims. But I played Zoo Tycoon. I would build hella incredible zoos, and I would unlock like the cheat where you could get dinosaurs at the zoo. So I would hatch dinosaurs, but you know, you had to be careful because some of the dinosaurs could break certain fences. So you had to get like concrete stone fences to keep the dinosaurs in. And then because I think I might have been a sociopath, I distinctly remember having like a lion cage and like letting a deer loose in there and watching them maim it to death on Zoo Tycoon. I don't know what that says. I don't know what that means. I also remember cleaning up vomit. Maybe that was Roller Coaster Tycoon. No, maybe Zoo Tycoon. I cleaned up some vomit. But again, cosplaying for my real adult life that I very much live, where I clean up vomit very often. That's pretty much the extent of my video game experience, but what a nice little trip down memory lane we just took. I really hope my Wii works because I'll be playing Mario Kart a lot. But right now, I think I'm going to go online and see if any of those Barbie games are still around because I think that would be really good and healing for my soul. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Make sure to check out my live show on February 21st. Tickets are in the link in my bio on Instagram. It's selling out really fast. I think there's only maybe 20 tickets left. So if you want to come see me live, me and Connor, make sure you check that out. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.